20 years ago, a seed was planted and cared for. We painstakingly nurtured it and weathered it against adversity until one day it blossomed and the fruits of our labor began to show. Today, millions have learned, shared, and been inspired by what our community has produced. We proudly serve 21 million users from 204 countries in 2019. Through our 85,000 technical articles, code samples, and videos, our 450,000 forum questions, and our highly anticipated conferences and events featuring keynote panels, live streams, and industry experts and influencers. We recognize and reward members for their dedication to the community. Through content contributions and mentorships, we ranked number 2,620 in the world with a reach of millions across our social media channels. Thanks to you, our global community of software and data developers grows stronger each day. For more information, visit us at CSharpCorner.com.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Growth Mindset Show. This is a nice, beautiful day outside here in Philadelphia, outside of Philadelphia. It's Friday noon. I would say it's a little cold, 40 degrees. It's kind of cold if you go outside, but it's beautiful, sunny. I'm Mahesh Chand. I'm your guest of this Growth Mindset Show. And today we are going to talk about a little bit different. Today we have a guest. Guest is our MVP. We will invite our guest in a little bit. But before that, let's do some housekeeping. We are doing this show every Friday, noon Eastern time. It's the same time this time right now if you're joining us. We bring different topics mostly around growth mindset. But we also focus more on your questions about career, community, jobs, consulting, startups, anything you have questions about. There is no limit here. You can ask any question, anything you have on your mind. You can share, chime in, your feedback. Please provide feedback. Keep coming those comments. How do you dislike the show? You want to share your show with your friends on social media? Please do so. We are always looking for more, audience on the show. We will do this show actually, I would say 2 more weeks. 2 or 3 more weeks. We will do that. Then we'll take 2 weeks off, maybe, depending on see how things go. So today we are going to talk about a little bit more about programming, new technologies coming out in Microsoft world. That's where we will focus. But if you have questions, anything about community related to the project, careers, feel free to put your questions here. Any kind of questions, all questions are welcome. Jiten, good morning and good evening there in India. You're joining us from India. Welcome to the show. Everybody just chime in. Feel free to post your questions. A few things were happening. I will also update on CSharpCorner. What are we doing on the community? Rajnikant, welcome to the show. So I'm sure you guys have heard a bunch of things around the globe. Looks like Twitter. You have seen the Twitter news. Elon Musk, bought Twitter a little while ago, and now looks like a lot of things going on there. I see news. He's asking people to work more, and a lot of people are leaving Twitter. They're resigning. Some were fired before. What's your thought on that? I would love to see what you guys think of that. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Do you think it's it's going to help Twitter, or what do you think? Just chime in there. Oh, we are also live streaming this show on LinkedIn now. Amit, welcome to the show. You're joining us from LinkedIn. This is amazing to see people are joining from YouTube and LinkedIn. So please do post your questions and comments and feedback and ask anything, any questions you have. So yeah, today let's question is, what's your thought on Twitter takeover? How things are going at Twitter? What's your feeling? What's your feeling like? Do you think it's crazy or is it a good thing? What do you think will happen in coming times? Um, Also, situation in Ukraine and Russia still looks like going on. I thought things were getting better, but not sure what's going on there. What's your thought on that? Anything around current affairs? Um, yeah, feel free to chime in. What your thought on this? Is world falling down? How about crypto? If any, are you any of you guys in cryptocurrencies? Anybody? Hey, Amit. Hi. Do you have crypto? Do you own crypto? Are you trying to buy, sell, own crypto, invest in crypto? What's your thought on recent FTX scandal? I would call it a scandal because there was a lot of false information. So, what's your thought on that? So, yeah, chime in and let us know what do you think. What do you think about Twitter? What's going on with Twitter? What do you think about the Russia Ukraine situation? And what do you think about this recent cryptocurrency FTX um, news going on out there, and filing for bankruptcy and so forth? Please chime in. And on top of that, feel free to ask any of your questions about career, anything you have actually today. So let's bring our guest today, guest of the show, Sarathlal. Let's bring him in. Hey, Sarat.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. Good
All right.
evening, good morning.
Sarat,
So,
where are you joining us from? And you want to tell people about a little bit your introduction?
yeah, actually, currently I'm joining from Kochi, actually. Kochi, located in Kerala. It's a South Indian state, actually. So, very good place to live, actually. It's called as God's own country, right? And,
Great.
obviously, we are Indians, actually, right? So, what's South India or North India? We are one, actually. We are united, actually, right? So
Yeah.
I am very happy to join with Mahesh sir. He is my mentor. He is my guru. I read a lot of articles about C Sharp, Windows applications. No, a lot of courses in the past actually. While when I was doing the coding, I started my career 2001 actually. So I started from a very small company, but it's a very good company actually. I got a lot of exposure in BB6. After that, I got a lot of exposure in ASP.NET web forms. I gradually developed my skill sets actually, only through hard work and by God's grace actually. Half God's grace and my hard work, that I believe actually. And the community like CSharpCorner helped a lot. Many people actually. I can name Sibish Renu, one of the name. He's our MVP. He helped a lot. I had a private chat with him. So the articles kind of Sibish encouraged me a lot to write articles. So those days I didn't think I could become an article writer or any blog writer. I never thought actually, but uh, I dream actually one day I will become an author actually. So luckily, by God's grace, I got a chance in C Sharp Corner. C Sharp Corner give all the fame currently I am in. Actually, many people following me only because of C Sharp Corner actually. So I also engaged many people in my office actually. Currently, I am working in Orion Innovation. So that's a company. That is also a company. We are growing from a small, 25 member team. Now we are around the world, 6,000 plus employees around the world actually. So we grew as a large company only because of the support of various people. So that's about myself, Mahesh sir. So I think that the it was
Great.
not very brief actually. I gave all the details actually.
That's good. All right, great, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So Amit says Twitter Elon Musk should do wonderful things. Let's see. I hope he does. Definitely, we are looking forward to that. Shamnad welcome to the show. Adik Gaming, welcome to the show. Anup, good to see you back. Looks like, yeah, today we are talking general chit chat. Ask your questions on any topic. Today we will talk about a little bit what's our MVPs are up to. And we have a guest, Sarathlal. He's a C Sharp Corner MVP. Um, all right. So, yeah, Sarath, so you are joining us from Kochi. And then I know you didn't come to our C Sharp Corner conference this year. C Sharp Corner conference was great. It was
Yeah, I know
amazing.
that actually, sir. I told about CB Shrenu, right? So
Yeah.
he attended many events and he posted the videos. And that time I thought that, one day I also come to the event, to meet you, people like you. But unfortunately, a lot of other things, job is a priority one, right? So we are, without job, we cannot leave, right? So some job priorities, I couldn't join any of the year. But I'm sure next year, 2023, I will join, sir. Whether it is Delhi, whether it is Chennai, maybe in future, we can conduct in Kochi also. Why not, right?
We can,
One
yeah.
chapter.
Why not? Everything is on the table. Yes.
Actually,
Um,
our company, our global leader Pradeep Menon, he is very interested to take sessions in our office actually. Orion is always ready to take sessions. Maybe I will discuss with our team to conduct more CSR Corner events in our office also. We can create a Kochi chapter if you agree.
yeah, I think it's a great idea. We should definitely do that. And leaders like your leader, that's very important. That's how things are changed. And yeah, one of the biggest challenge really have a venue to do these events or conferences, and then support from somebody like your company. Exactly, that will help us. Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Correct, correct. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so let's talk about a little bit more. So to Saratha, a lot of things going on in Microsoft world, and I know Blazor and Maui are two new
Yeah,
technologies
correct. Yeah.
for
Sir,
front
Mahesh,
end.
sir, actually, when Microsoft introduced Blazor, I was very much interested, still I am interested actually, actually, I wrote more than 15 articles about Blazor itself in our community. And most of the articles your panel selected as featured articles also. So I think I tried a lot actually, but sometimes due to my workload or not workload actually, some other priorities I cannot concentrate on Blazor. But I'm sure actually now Blazor is more matured actually. We can build a enterprise application with Blazor. The same time we can create the same application mobile version Mayu also. So that's my plan in coming days. Create a web application in Blazor. The same time, the same version of the web application in Maui actually. So I'm learning actually. I started learning Maui, still learning actually. In CSharp Corner, we can expect a lot of articles from my side in mobile application in Maui actually. That's my plan.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I think, yeah. No, we are actively, Blazor is being used. A lot of companies, not a lot. I've seen some companies they're already building actively on Blazor. We have some clients they are building their, all existing applications. They're converting from ASP.NET to Blazor. So that's
Correct,
already
correct.
happening, and I'm sure Maui will be one of the UI framework, at least for C Sharp guys. So um, then, hey,
Yeah,
welcome to
actually,
the show. I think
yeah,
Bhaskar, welcome to the show. Mayavi, welcome to the show. Shamad says Musk has done same thing with Tesla. Yeah, that's true. That he definitely has. He definitely has a proven track record, and I think the tech world is we're very excited about. He took over. Hopefully, he will fix this. Um, yeah, but I think sometimes his methods are a little bit different, which is fine because they work for somebody. Hopefully it works out. That's what we're all looking for. Twitter is one of part of our lives. Vittal, welcome to the show. Vittal talks about conference was amazing. Yeah, that was good. Definitely conference was great. Well, Vittal, um, yeah, we need to get you on the show sometime too. All right, so Sarath, besides work, right? So let me ask you that, obviously your work is your daily work is not in Maui or Blazor.
No, sir. Actually,
Right.
I'm working. A lot of applications. I got a chance from my company. Angular. I like Angular very much. Actually, I'm a big fan of Angular. Google created a very good framework. Actually, comparing to any other framework, it's a very kind of very beautiful framework. Angular actually, anybody can learn with ease actually. Their documentation Angular.io is having lot of features available, and it very easy also, very structured. Google, the quality they give, like Microsoft, their quality is very good actually. So I suggest, if anyone wants to do a project, a full stack web API, Microsoft .NET Core, or even Microsoft Framework actually as a backend, and front end, you can choose Angular. We can build a wonderful application. So we have experience actually. We have built various big applications for our various clients, such big clients actually. So they are very satisfied with our application. We gave with the full quality actually. So that's the apart from my work, sir, actually. So uh, the interest is, Blazor and Maui. I don't have any office opportunity, but only for my interest actually. I am taking extra time to learn and writing articles. Every articles I mostly take 5 to 6 hours, or sometimes it is taking even 10 hours also. But it's a passion actually. It's an interest actually. But whenever I complete an article, that give me a satisfaction. Oh, I wrote this article, right? One author write a books actually, he gets a satisfaction, right? The same kind of satisfaction I'm getting one article in a C-sharp corner. And so I'm looking for editors. We have good editors actually. Tricks is helping me a lot, and a lot of people, even previously also, we have a lot of people helped to improve my English also. No, I studied in a Malayalam language, native is Malayalam language. My English was very poor actually. Even in the college days I struggled a lot in my language actually. So maybe my friends also mocked me about my language. So but I never give up actually. I never gave up actually. I studied English, spoken English courses from various teachers. My luck was, by God's grace, I got a lot of good teachers, like Mahesh sir, a lot of teachers actually. Um, uh, English teacher, math teacher, a lot of good teachers is my asset actually. So that's why I learned this kind of skill set actually. Still learning. I cannot say, the learning is completed. Still, I joined a lot of courses actually, offline and online courses. Still learning actually. So without learning a new technology, whatever it is, in this competitive world, it is very difficult, right? Do you agree, sir?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm learning all the time. I always
Yeah,
learn.
I know that you are learning cryptocurrency. You are writing articles on
Learn on
cryptocurrency.
anything new comes out, I learn it. So
Yeah. The same thing I am also following, sir.
yeah,
You
so
one day you told that, if you want to learn a technology, you have to write actually. You remember, sir, one article you mentioned actually. We have to share our knowledge actually, right? Then only we can improve ourselves actually. That's the same
yeah, and
goal I
this
am.
is this is my favorite thing. I always try to explain that if you read something, you only retain maybe 10%, maybe maximum, because you forget about it. But if you read and learn and write about it, you retain, I think, 30 some percent. And I'm not saying there's some good stats out there by scientists, they are saying it. So
Correct.
you write about it, but if you share about it, you teach about it, then actually you retain even 65% or more, because that's the best way to learn is teach about it, right? And because when you're talking about and teaching somebody or sharing with somebody, then you start thinking yourself, okay, that's not right, I said that wrong. Then you go back, you fix it, and then people ask questions too, right? When people ask questions, then it'll also make you think.
Correct.
So
And
yeah.
I believe that sir, I personally heard that, many people wanted to write articles, they inspired actually. But the problem is, they don't know how to start actually. If they start one article, share it, they will get more confidence actually. The starting trouble many people have actually. So I'm recommending actually, don't worry about the negative comments actually. Obviously we will get negative comments. I also got a lot of negative comments in my article, but that is a genuine thing. If that is a genuine thing, we have to accept actually. And another thing, we are not 100% accurate, or 100% complete actually. So sometimes we have to take some tips from other article also, not copy paste actually. So we have
And
to
learn
take some
from it.
ideas. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct, sir. But the main thing is, we have to give credit to that author actually. Mahesh sir only told, I remember I wrote one article about Blazor, and Microsoft featured that article. But that same time, one of the Microsoft MEP told that, his article I take some part, but I didn't give credit actually. Mahesh sir immediately informed me through Twitter actually. So I gave the credit. The issue is resolved actually. So whatever we are taking from others, that is a, genuinely we have to give the credit actually. Right,
Right.
sir?
Yeah. So good points. Let's break down. These are very good points, right? You just mentioned three points here, right? So first problem is people want to write, they want to share. So either they are not confident or they have not done that before. So their biggest challenge is, oh, how do I start my first article? And you already said. So my advice is that anything you are doing and learning, just write about it. How are you doing it? So you may just create a, say, I don't know, message box in JavaScript. How did you do that? Did you search for Google? Did you find somewhere? If you found a code sample, then you can just write about it. Even though we all learn from somewhere, right? We're not born with the knowledge. So we learn somewhere, right? We read somewhere. Usually it's a documentation. If you are working on Angular, you're probably learning from Angular book or online Angular IO or somebody's article or blog, right? That's how you learn. But when you learn from there, you can rewrite the way you want to implement, you want to build it in simple words, and then share it that this is how I did it. So good thing with programmers world is you don't need to be really a English writer or a, you don't need to use complex words, right? You just write simple words like, okay, this is how I did it, and just share that. That should be the first one to start, and let people post, comment, feedback. If somebody says your article sucks, your code is bad, that's fine. You just improve from there. You learn and improve, as you said. We all learn and improve. But if you take it wrong way, that, oh, I'm not going to share anymore because people are commenting, then you will not improve. You will not grow, right? This everything is all about growth. And then last thing you said is, yeah, I mean, not everybody's perfect. Your English may be bad and all that. That's where community can support on those. Uh, and if you I'm not saying if you learn from somewhere, let's say you learn from Microsoft or Google, IO, whatever. If you're learning but rewriting from scratch, you don't need to share the reference where you're learning from. But if you copy some content, or say you took some code samples, you modify a little bit, then you need to give credit saying original code was here and I modified it this way. So that's the new code. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to do. And then also it also saves you troubles because people, internet is so small, this whole world is so small, right? If you're working on Blazor, you know everybody in Blazor. If you're working on Angular, you probably know everybody in Blazor. And you post on CSharpCorner and we promote in social media, I'm sure somebody will notice it. A lot of time we get, a lot of time original authors notice it. It's like, hey, CSharpCorner authors, this is my original article. So that's first time people do that. And then after they know that this is not supposed to do it, they don't do it. It's pretty, simple. um, so yeah, I think Jitendra said learn and share it 100%. We all believe in learning and sharing. That's how we help each other. That's why we build better world, right? Anup says knowledge increases by sharing. Yes. So knowledge and love, two things are, they are free, and they are actually, more you share, more increases, right? That's how it is. So let's not be miser about it. That's how this community is all about. So, Sarat, you have work, you have families, kids, and then you're learning new things, you're writing and all that. So, how do you manage your time? Tell our viewers, because they want to do. A lot of people are like, I want to do it, but I just don't have time. So, how do you manage your time?
Sir, actually, time management is very important. We have to spend extra time actually, maybe some nights actually, or morning actually. If you sleep early, you have to wake up earlier. So at least 1 or 2 hours, maybe at least 1 hour, we have to spend time for learning actually. And family support, luckily my wife is very supportive. My kid, I have only one kid actually. She's 8 years old actually. She's also very supportive. Sometimes she wanted to in Sundays, she wanted to go outside with her or my wife actually. Sometimes, due to my other, maybe I'm writing one article, so I told that my daughter, she also knows that I'm writing articles. I tell her, baby, I have some work, I have to write, complete these articles. So she also, like me, in the, I told her, you have to share your knowledge. In her school actually, she is helping other kids actually. So she is also having a mentality to share. I think that's a great thing. I hope, I believe, maybe in future also she will continue. Uh, you know, I, I I told him not to become a first rank holder or first rank in every classes actually. The rank is nothing actually in my experience. Whatever the things we learn thoroughly, we have to adopt it, and we have to adopt in our life actually, in our work also. Whatever we learn from our btech or mtech, that will not end actually. When we start our IT career, again we have to start new technologies learning. Otherwise, it is very difficult to continue our career. So my advice is, learn new things, and not to think, to become first or second. Nothing like that actually. Share your knowledge to others actually. Whatever you learn, grow together. That's the thing I'm telling to others actually.
Well,
Grow
great
together.
advice. Great advice. So, how do you find time? So, this is good. Put aside maybe 1 hour a day just for learning and sharing and writing. And
Correct.
it
Yes.
works if you also do the same time every day or every week, because then your mind is ready, your family is ready. They'll know, okay, Saturday morning, 2 hours, give him time because he's always working on these things. So that's a good point right there. So everybody, if you don't think like you have time, just every week, well, push aside 1 or 2 hours or daily, whatever time you have, just for learning new things. And then second thing is, yeah, I agree, don't worry about the rankings and what's your position in the class. And it's amazing you're 8 years old already sharing things. That's great. That's a good parenting right there, because a lot of parents are always worried about why are you not first in the class, and that puts a lot of pressure on children, which is not good actually for them, health perspective, from mental perspective. And a lot of mental problems happens because if they are always taught, oh, you have to be the first, you have to be first, and then if they don't get first, then they get disappointed. So that
And
leads to a lot of problems later.
one more thing, sir, I want to add actually. Don't get fear about fail actually. Without fail there is no success actually. I failed a lot in my life actually, means the college days, school days. I failed a lot, but that is not the end actually, right? So don't worry about failure. Without failure there is no success actually. So we can learn from the failure. If you don't learn from the failure, that's a big failure. But if you can able to learn from the failure, you can adopt that things. The next time, you obviously you will success actually. So that's the things I learned actually,
That's
sir.
great. No, I agree 100%. So yeah, failure is not a failure is just a learning, right? It's, you learn something new, learn from it and move on. So that's great. We are almost running out of time. Sarath, anything else you want to plug in? Your last, you know, anything you want to tell people, our viewers?
So, anybody have any specific question to me, sir? Actually, I cannot. Any question
No, there are
from?
no specific questions. People are just chiming in, commenting it. There's no questions.
Okay, okay. And once again, thank you. Thanks, CSharp Corner. All the team member. I am not mentioning any specific name, but Praveen sir, Manish sir, everybody actually. I'm not missing any Adul sir. Everybody is giving support, and not least, and our Simon, he's doing a wonderful job for these community activities, and special thanks to Simon for organizing this wonderful event. And thanks again for giving an opportunity. uh, it's a big, lot of big people are coming for these events, the live show. But I got an opportunity, so I thank all of you, the team members in C Sharp Corner, and obviously God actually. So I am thankful to God for this opportunity.
All right, awesome, awesome. That was great. Hopefully, we all learned something from today's show. And with that said, I will see you again next week. Enjoy your weekend, and good night, good evening, wherever you are. Talk soon, and hopefully, I'll see you next week, next Friday. Thank you.